Yeah, I truly honestly do. In all of the programs of faculties at the U of A that I've heard about, you get training for professional communication, you get training for talking with the public, you get training for ethics, and I think sustainability should be integrated in a way that is sort of like that has a kind of structure. Just because sustainability can look like anything, it's not just about environmental sustainability, it's also about economic and social. So everyone can learn a thing or two from having sustainability integrated into their curriculum. I truly honestly do. Though for me, my experience is a little bit different. I'm in the Faculty of Agriculture, Life, Environment, and Science. So then it's a pretty strong foundation in that faculty. So I feel pretty lucky that I got to learn about not only the environmental aspect the most, but also about all the other ones, and be sort of a promoter for incorporating sustainability into the curriculum. But yeah. So I enrolled after July 2022, so that's when the change happened. So I had to take one core course, one focus course, and 2 related courses. For the most part, most of my courses were already integrated into my planning of my program. So though I enrolled after like my first and second year or my third year, I had already had those courses or taken those courses or planning to take those courses. Yeah. Yeah, so because I enrolled after July 2022, I had to attend 12 lectures outside of the classroom. And so far I've done 10 hours of lectures. And I think the one that stood out the most was the one for U of A Days last year in the fall, because they brought a UN ambassador talking about SDG number 2, so zero hunger. And it was really interesting. It was a fairly longer lecture. It was about 3 hours, but honestly, it flew by. It was really interesting. So yeah, I'm very happy that that's a component now. So despite being in AILS and despite having already been involved with the Sustainability Council for quite some time already, I was a little hesitant to enroll in the certificate, mostly because I think that the project aspect, the final project, seemed a little bit daunting. So it wasn't until my friends Tasha and Mariko told me about the certificate, and a big incentive was to be able to do the final project with my friend Tasha. So it was actually her and I that ended up doing it, and that kind of eased a lot of my stress on that. Because we were taking Ren R 467 with John Acorn, that course talks about science communication and environmental interpretation. And so that essentially made us think and want to do a project that talked about an environmental issue to the general public and how to explain it, or maybe how to best create an understanding for the general public. And so we picked fast fashion. I think it's such a big part of people's lives that they don't even realize. So yeah, we picked fast fashion not only because of that, but also Tasha had a lot of knowledge into that topic. My program had mainly focused on managing natural resources and just community development. So I hadn't really explored that in my courses, but because she had a lot of knowledge I took that as an opportunity to either learn about the topic more, incorporate that knowledge into my daily fashion choices, and just learn how to be a better consumer. So we went with that topic. Because it was Tasha's final last year though, there was some concern about where we were going to present. There's a lot of opportunities in the winter, but it's a busy schedule for soon-to-be graduates. And so then we decided in the end to present it as a YouTube video, as a YouTube presentation, because not only would that ease a lot of the time commitment and a lot of like how and when we would do it. But then also we figured that it was the best way to share it with like larger audiences and to our friends and family to just send them the link. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing it. We learned a lot. The essence of the project was redesigning fashion hang tags. So like when you go shopping, you see a hang tag, you typically check for your size. But we incorporate it into, you know, messaging that it was easy to understand for the public. So like, for example, this hoodie might have taken like 40 trees to do or something like that. So yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. I learned a lot, and we got to present it in the end in a way that I loved. So yeah. For advice, stay strong. No, but honestly, I think that the advisors in the certificate do a really good job at showing you how the proposal aspect of a project goes. I've had to do like my capstone, or I'm working on my capstone right now, and let me tell you, it is not easy like to propose a project. So I think it does a really good way of showing you like at a lower scale of what that is. The advisors are all really nice. I've only gotten to work with one, but I do know that, you know, if you have any questions at all, you can reach out. If you're having troubles, reach out to not only them, but also, you know, the coordinators at the Sustainability Council. And as per some tips, I think it's just really important to become knowledgeable in what the questions are asking you. I know some of the questions ask about the UN Sustainability Development Goals. And so then maybe at some surface level, you understand what they are, but I think it's very important to get to know like each target, each indicator, because there's so many, as I mentioned, aspects of sustainability that you can take on. And so yeah, just become familiar with it. And if you really believe in your project and maybe your advisor doesn't quite see your vision, again, reach out, because everyone's here to help you and succeed. So yeah. Yeah, if you can, start early. Start early meaning just start looking, because as I mentioned, I enrolled fairly late, and I was lucky enough that my program either had already scheduled me in the classes, or I had already taken the classes, or I was already planning on taking the classes. But I know that's not the luxury of everyone. I know, for example, some students get to learn about the certificate until like their final year, and though they could maybe do it all in one semester, like the lectures and the project, they can't retake the courses, and it gets expensive if they do. So if you can, start early, just even looking, just browsing, and then like, even if you're not enrolled, take those courses because they still count. But if you can't, if you learn about it later, just maybe consider some of the aspects that the certificate asks you to do. So lectures outside of class, doing your own project. If you can't enroll, then just maybe do those things on your own. Like, and that doesn't have to be, you know, within your academics. It can just be like, if you want to start a community garden, you can. If you want to start living more, like making more sustainable fashion choices, you can. If you want to attend lectures outside of class, like you definitely can. There's so many, and so many people are willing to like spread knowledge about it. So yeah, start early. But if you can't, there's so many other ways that you can.
Awesome. That's some great.
Graduating, no. It's been because I did my final project on my winter semester of the third year. Now the final aspect is completing my lectures. And as I mentioned, I've taken 10 out of the 12 lectures. So I have 2 more to go. But I'm really excited to see what those might be. I know that the Sustainability Council runs lectures so often, so incredibly often, and they all talk about different topics. So I'm excited to attend my last few, but I have to pick which ones. So yeah. I don't think anything in particular, but I think for any students watching, to just check us out. Like, check out the Sustainability Council, or check out Sustain As You, or check out any other clubs on campus, because they all individually talk about the Sustainable Development Goals in their own particular way. And you know, I feel like everyone likes making friends. So it's a very nice way to make friends. It's a very nice way, you know, maybe you don't even know it, but you're actually networking with that. And you know, those connections that you make can either help you in like a friendly manner, or it can actually help you in your career. I checked out the Sustainability Council as a volunteer when I was in like my second year. I hadn't gotten involved in anything thus far. And so then I was like, I know I like the environment, so maybe them. And it's like blossomed into like such an incredible experience, and it's helped me out in so many ways, like now as an intern. And yeah, so just check out your clubs on campus, check us out. And yeah, just enjoy yourself, enjoy your time as a student. But for anyone else, you know, also check us out, check out our events.